Hello, 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 my lovelies. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Miss Lillian's page. I am Crysta from Litter to Glitter. I am in my studio and I've got one for you today, boy. Let me tell you, I am going to be showing you my favorite Miss Lillian's product and also my husband's favorite Miss Lillian's product today on one project. So when you're here, jump on, say hi. Just let me know that you can hear me okay because I am testing out new mics. And so my absolute favorite item in the Miss Lillian's is the Southern Rust Kit. And you see it here. It is this yellow and this burnt orange and this brown. So once I'm done actually doing the introduction, I'm going to take me off the screen. So you're just going to see my hands, but I wanted to let y'all know I'm here and it's me and say hi. So, my husband's favorite items by Miss Lillian's are, well, he likes the moo paint and he doesn't say moo paint, he says moo paint. And so, like a cow, he moos like a cow every time you ask him about the milk paint by Miss Lillian's. He says moo paint. But his favorite is he likes to finger paint with the gilding jewels. Hey, Tarita. So I am working on items. As you know, I'm working on the. Hey, Gina. Hey, Kat. I am working on uh, the truck with the oil slick for my husband's office. And what I'm going to be doing today is I am going to be taking these items here, these cogs and screw heads that are done out of epoxy, and those are what they look like when they're done out come out of the mold. Now some of these I bought when I was up in Indiana, and I bought them from Tia's shop. And then Sue, my friend Sue, she went and sent us some of these as well. So some of these are from Sue and some of I bought from Tia, and we're going to rust them up and then we're going to use them like patinas. So I'm going to take me off the screen so y'all can see my hands. So give me just a second because, I'm not a tech whiz here. So I think I did it. I did it. All right. So y'all get to see my glorious, glorious mess right now that I have. And I took the wrong one off of the screen. There we go. So what the Southern Rust Kit does is I've got some samples so y'all can see straight up what it looks like. Now, there's two different ways to apply it. One is you let it dry in between. Hey, Dana. Dana is watching over on YouTube. And she says, how can I get anything done with all the good painting going on? That's absolutely right. Hey, Chastity. So if you want to apply it and you let it dry in between each one of the stages, it will look like this, which is more of a distinct pattern. And the colors are, I'll show you, keep the top there because I'll show you the one I did when it was wet. This, I let it dry in between each one. And this is a brand new mason jar I got at, I think, Family Dollar. Hey, Tammy. And, it looks like, wanted to make it look like it'd been sitting in the sand and the dirt for 30 years. So, and I think I accomplished that. So this is when you let it dry in between each coat. Now, if the way that I'm going to do it today is this is wet in between, like I am going to muddle these colors in together. I'm not going to wait for them to dry. So you can see the difference between letting it dry in between each coat, which looks like this, where you can distinctly see the colors. But I'm going to do this. I want it muddled and old and grungy and really grungy. And then just so you guys can get a good, once this is dry, and I'm going to put that cross down there, and let me get this one out of the way. But this is the way it comes, is the three colors, and I'll show you guys how to apply it. With the gilding jewels, once it's dry, because I'm not going to be able to show you this on the gears today because the gears are still going to be wet. So when this is completely dry, it has been dry for a while. Hey, Gina. You can take your gilding jewels, which these gilding jewels, one, they smell amazing, and two, they're really creamy. And so we are going to finger paint. We are going to adult finger paint. Do y'all see right there? I'm hitting it with just some gilding waxes, and I've got this one is called patina, and I can go along the edges or wherever I want it to really give it an aged look. And then you can mix them. This one is called Pearl, and you can add those in. And so I'm just going to hit the top, and that way y'all can see the difference of the top and a side that hasn't been hit. And I am finger painting, adult finger painting. This is awesome. Guys, if you cannot enjoy and have fun while you're doing this, my question is why? We have so much fun finger painting for adults. We're going to put some over there, and I'm going to jewel it up a little bit here on this side, and I will go back after I get off the live and hit the whole thing. But this one is called Night, is the blue. Now this is the one I really want to play with. This one is called Oiled Bronze. And so this one is the one, since we're going to be rusting these up, these gears up to make them look like they, you know, have been in a vehicle and they're old. This oiled bronze is absolutely phenomenal for the look that I am going for. And so I'm just going to hit it around on that rust. And I'm even layering it over top of some of the other gilding waxes. And so, yes, you can layer these gilding waxes as well. And so let me wipe my finger down. I'm sure y'all can see down at the, well, I guess it's on the top of y'all's screen. I have got rags laid across my lap that I can rub my hands on. See, adult finger painting, adult finger painting. And so let me get that closer up to the camera. You see how those just age it and layered. So that is what we're doing. So wanted to show y'all that. If you have any questions about the colors, I can't even tell you how many colors there are in the line. I think it's over 30, but they have got some of the most amazing colors, and the golds are just absolutely to die for. And so I'm just going to put my lids back on real quick. They don't dry out that quick, but I'm finicky because I've spent a lot of money on my stuff, and I like to keep them nice. So when I'm done, and I know me, I'll get to talking, and then after I go off the live, I will keep working, and then I won't even think about them. And they'll sit there, and I might get them done today and might not, but also I need to get them off of my little workbench I've got set up. All right. So the Southern Rust Kit comes in 3, and the directions are, and how you achieve this is that you do the yellow first, and then the burnt orange, and then so you're going to mix it up, and it's got a little like a grit in it. It's got a little bit of a grit, and that's what's going to give you your texture. And then you follow it up with the burnt umber, or the burnt orange is the next layer. And then you follow it up with this. See how thick? Can y'all see how thick and crusty that brown is? So that is your top layer. I don't even know if y'all can hear it crunching in there, but yeah, it's crusty. What was it, Pauly Shore back in the, hey Patricia, back in the 80s? Ooh, crusty. So I have got all of these little gears and cogs and some screw heads. Now, if you can see, they are actually 2 different colors. So these I did in Watermark Silk Metallic, which, since you guys are above me, I can show you colors now without. That is the Watermark Silk Metallic. And I also did it in Gunmetal. So this is the Gunmetal Gray Metallic, is what I painted my gears and my cogs in to give it the base. And so on larger projects, I use inexpensive chip brushes. These are Miss Lillian's chip brushes, and these are great. Oh, I love these things. I'm serious. I probably got 100 of them. But since these are smaller, I am going to be using just some, you know, stencil brushes that I picked up at, I think they actually from the dollar store. So because I want They are smaller, and I need to get into some details. And so, and I'm not going to rust up the whole thing because, you know, gears don't always rust all the way through. And so I'm going to kind of be doing sides and not all. So, and then we're going to do, like I said, I'm doing it muddled. And so I'm not even waiting for it to dry even a little bit. And I'm getting some of those crusties in there that's going to build up that rust on them. And you see how the colors are muddling, but that yellow is still coming through. See that? And then I'm going to add this crusty brown to the top. Yes, ma'am. And we're just going to crust it up and get it in there. And then we're just going to set it off to the side. Let me get so you guys can see. You see how easily that makes that crusty, rusty. And so I will do it on that was on top of the gunmetal gray metallic. And so I'm going to set that down on my little workbench that I have here. And I am going to move over to one that's on the watermark silk. And let's see here. Where do we want our feel like Bob Ross? Where do I want my rust to live? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rusty and crusty it up on the sides as well. And what we're doing with these is we're actually going to be putting them in an acrylic pour on the top of that piece that I'm working on for my husband for his office. And so once I'm done with these, I will seal them with a clear coat, and then they will be sealed inside of the acrylic. So no worries or no thoughts or even possibility of it flaking off. It's going to be sealed and then well, doubly sealed and triply sealed because it's going to be inside of that acrylic. So you see, if you do it wet, how it's got that. That's after 2 colors. Tammy, I told you the Southern Rust Kit was cool, girl. I've been talking about this Southern Rust Kit, and I have used it on pieces before over on my Litter to Glitter page, and on Whiskey and Women. This is one of my favorites. It is so fun to do. And it actually, the thing is that it actually gives you a textured rust. And so oftentimes people don't even realize that it's not rust. They think that it is rust because it is textured and it is got that muddled of colors in it. And so, of course, when it dries, you're going to get more texture shown. But that's one of the reasons, too, that I'm using a inexpensive stencil brush to do this. And see, I'm going with that brown. And as you can see, it is muddled again. Now, I'm wondering, because I'm watching on my computer screen to get to y'all's comments, and I can't get to my ring light. Anyway, I was going to see if I could get, and I'm going to put that one down there so you guys can see. Let me see if I can, give me just a second. I'm going to see if I can get to the button for my light to see if I turn on the overhead light, if that would help. And, okay, let's see. So this is the first one that I did. And that, like I said, that one is on gunmetal gray. And then this one is over top of watermark silk. And we are just grunging them up, baby, grunging them up. And Tammy says it absolutely is cool. I told you, this is like one of the coolest things. And so I am going to do one of these gears. I know that this is one of the gears I got from Tia. Those two are ones that Sue sent me. This is one. And I think this gear I'm going to do completely in the Rust Kit. You know what? Let's just go for it. This one has just completely rusted out, and I am going to go all over this baby with this Southern Rust Kit. And so I like to put down, what you want to do is you want to put down a more generous yellow and then less generous, because wherever you put that paint. And so I've left some areas where that silver is going to show through, because wherever you put that color, you know, you're going back over it with two other colors. So what I do is I do a less generous second coat and just kind of smush it around, especially when I'm doing the wet technique, because I want to get those colors to muddle in and to play with each other. And, you know, and so that's what we're doing. And I'm going to put this thing down on my hand like this so I can get all the way around it and hit it. And then I'm going to reach behind me and get a bigger stencil brush for the brown, because that little one just ain't hacking it. And so you can see how thick that is. And so I'm just going to get some on there, and this is going to be my final coat. And so I am mixing that up in and all over that cog, and even on the sides, because like I said, it is going to be in an acrylic pour, which means people are going to be, and it's going to be a clear acrylic pour. So people will be able to see the sides. So you want to make sure that you hit the sides as well. And I'm just kind of brushing along the side, because I don't want the sides so clogged with the grit that you can't see that it's a cog. So this one I have done all over. And there we go. Let's see if my camera will adjust. There we go. And so, whoops, and I flipped it upside down, which is fine, because as you see, it is good to go. But then what I'll do after these dry, and you can see this one's already starting to dry, and so it's darker. These colors do darken up as they dry, so they look very vibrant as you're putting them on, but they do dry very dull, like rust. And so we'll do this one. I think this one I will do most of. And so a more generous yellow layer. And again, I'm getting inside those cogs, but I'm brushing because I don't want to fill in the cogs. Where I want more of my texture, I'm patting. In areas that I just want the coloring, I'm brushing. So I'm making sure that I don't get my area clogged up with that texture that's inside of this paint and inside of this kit. So I'm going to brush, not all over, because I do want some of that yellow to show through. But now I'm just tapping on the top to muddle in those colors, and I'm getting inside of my cogs, inside of the little spokes of my cogs, and working my way around. And there we go. So like I said, these are going to be enshrined, and then I am going to use the dark brown as well. And if y'all have any questions about any of the Miss Lillian's products, you are more than welcome to pop those in the questions. I will be happy to answer them. If you've got questions about becoming a retailer or a home partner, I will be happy to answer as much as I can. You're always welcome to reach out to me. You can always reach out to the company directly. They are absolutely amazing. And so there you go. And I'm making sure that I'm getting into my little spokes. And then when these dry, I will come back and hit them with gilding waxes. So that is what we were doing today. Now I haven't decided. You've got these are screw heads. They look like screw heads. And so I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the screw head yet. But I know that I want to rust up cogs. So let's see here. How much of this one do I want rusted up? I think I want this one pretty rusty and crusty. So if I wanted it with massive texture, okay, what I can do is I can actually do a layer, let it dry, do another layer, let it dry, do another layer, let it dry, and then I can keep layering this kit as much as I want to. And so probably what I would do is I would allow the yellow coat to dry and then keep doing the yellow coat. And maybe when it's almost there, do a coat of the orange, the burnt orange. And then the next one I would do the brown layer if I wanted them really, really rusty and crusty. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to just do one layer on that, and I'm going to let that one sit and dry. And I will do several layers on that one. Unfortunately, it's not going to be on this video because it's going to take longer to dry than we've got time. But I will post pictures of my rusties and crusties, and you will see them coming up on future videos. So Tammy says, I'm interested in looking into being a home partner. The hitch for me is my impending move to another state in a couple of months. A lot of moving parts at the moment. I would say to reach out to the company, let them know that you're interested, let them know what your plans are, and at least you can start the relationship and possibly, figure out what products you want. You can continue to watch videos to learn about the products. You're always welcome to reach out to me. I'll be very, very happy to give you information and about different products. And then you will at least have started that relationship. And so I'm going back in with my brown, my dark brown. Yeah, this one, rusty and crusty. Shorty's going to come home and go, what'd you do to my truck? Was it underwater? No, but he said he wanted the top rusty and crusty over top of that oil slick. So I'm giving him what he wanted. I hope this is what he wanted. It's what he said he wanted, but men. And so there you go. That is what we're doing. Does anybody else have any other questions about this? Because, this is fun. Look at my hands. I got Gilding jewels and Southern Rust Kit, and I am happy. My husband always says that I am the happiest. I'm not happy unless I've got paint on me. Well, I got paint on me, so Crysta's happy. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, reach out to the company, start that relationship. See if we can get some samples sent over to you. And I know that you've got your business license and all that, so as a home partner, you can sell. They did amend back in the pandemic, so even home studio can sell on Etsy. The catch is that you're not allowed to sell on like Amazon or the big box stores. So, and we are just crusting them up. Oh, I grabbed my small stencil brush. I don't want my small. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll have some more of the orange than the brown on this one show through. Because not. And so I am just going to crust it up with less of the brown on this one and let some of that orange and that yellow take effect on this one. Let me get into those gears because I see that I have kind of filled the gears a little bit. And now you know why I have the rags sitting in my lap, so I can just take it and wipe my brush off on the rag. And so that one has more of the yellow and the orange showing than the brown. And so as you're doing these, it is a lot of fun. And also it is, oops, where am I? There am I. It is a lot of fun to kind of switch them up and create the different effects. You use more yellow on one, more orange on one, more brown on another. But Tammy, you do have it. I mean, so you could start the relationship and always transfer your license when you get the other one in Georgia. So I know that you're moving and things are crazy. So, but you can start building, like I said, start building that relationship. But with the Southern Rust Kit, what you can do is, like I said, you can use a little bit more yellow, a little bit more of the orange, and a little bit more of the brown in different ones. And it's going to give them different textures and different flavors. Sue is on. Hey, Sue, I see Tia is on. And so, Sue and Tia, since you're here, let me get me off the screen. I don't want to be on the screen. No, no. There we go. I did it. Okay. So Sue, actually, I said at the beginning of the video, Sue sent us a bunch of gears and cogs. But also when I was in Indiana, I stopped by Tia's shop. And I bought some gears and cogs at her shop. So some of these are from Tia's shop. Some of them Sue did. And they are all going on. Some of them are going on to the project that we are working on for my husband. And you will see me working on that one. So this one has dried a little bit more. I'll show you guys so you can see the difference. And I don't want to pick it up because I just did it. Like I said, it darkens as it dries. So this one is almost dry. Hey, Kendra. And this one is wet. So you can see how it dries. As it dries, it does dry darker. So again, this is what it looks like, what the texture looks like muddled. And what I mean by muddled is that I did not wait for each one of these processes to dry in before doing the next one. And so the colors kind of bleed into each other. And then let me grab my mason jar. This is the effect that it does when it is done dry. And so this one I let dry in between each coat. So I applied the yellow, allowed the whole thing to dry, applied the orange, allowed the whole thing to dry, then applied the brown, and then allowed it to dry. And so you can see the difference between allowing it to, let me see if I can get y'all in the middle of the screen. There you go. This is doing it dry. This is doing it wet. You can see how it muddles in. And so that's the difference between the same kit, two different effects, just allowing one to dry in between coats and one that you just go for it like I'm doing it on this video. So, and these, like I said, that's a mason jar I got from the dollar store, and that's a wood cross. It's a wood cross I picked up at a dollar store or something, but it looks like it is completely rusted metal. And then when I am done, I've already did it at the beginning of the video, but I know some of you jumped on late. What did I do with my gilding waxes? My Gilding jewels. So this one is called Night. It is a blue, a really rich, rich blue. And you'll be able to see, because I did the top in the patinas at the beginning of the video. Yeah, Kendra, it does look rusty. It's the Southern Rust Kit. And so when I'm done, I will go back over and it's dry. I will go back with my gilding jewels and just hit different areas and give it some more texture. And so that one is called Night. And then actually I want to use the patina. There's a gilding jewel called patina, which is this beautiful green. Okay, so we're gonna look at that color. And they're creamy. They're really creamy. And I'm going to hit that as well. So you can see how even just adding a little touches of patina or the gilding wax, that color is patina. Now this is the one, like I said, on this project that I really wanted to work with. This one is called Oiled Bronze. And it does, you can see it looks kind of, but look, it does look like an oiled bronze. It looks, and so it's going to continue to kind of give a wet look. Now, this is the one that I wanted to use last on the project that I'm working on. I wanted it to give it some of those colors, but also with that oiled bronze, you can see up here with that, taking that oiled bronze over top of the patina, you still get an amazing effect. And it's not going to look so shiny that it's like, oh, that was just done. It's just going to tone it down enough, even layering the gilding jewels on top of each other. I'm a sucker for layering, guys. I like items that are layered. So look at that. What do you think? Isn't that just absolutely beautiful? Such rich color. Kendra says, ooh, pretty. Kendra says it's pretty. Yeah. And like I said, I think I picked this up in like a thrift store for $1, and it's wood, but it doesn't look like it. Now let me find, I've got one more thing to show you guys, because I know a lot of us are crafters, or we're home painters, or we have our shops, and we're always looking for stuff that we could create littles. Do y'all like this cube that I did in the Southern Rust kit? Nice cube, right? Cute little cube. Okay, watch this. It is not a cube. It is a box. It's one of those wooden boxes that you pick up very inexpensively. But when you do the Southern Rust kit to do this, so you can't see the crease, is you do it while it's wet. And then before it dries, take the lid off. Or you can leave it on, but you'll have to pry the lid. But it's not difficult to do. And when you do it like that, the crease doesn't show. And so a lot of people will walk into my store, or did walk into my store, and say, oh, that's a cute little cube. That's a rustic cube. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you want to put something in it to hide it. It's a great little way that you can hide. It's a little hide box. And so, like I said, there's all the different sides. And this one, as you can tell, was done dry. This one was not done wet. This one was done dry. And so that is a great little, especially if you can go into a thrift store or something like that, that you can pick these up inexpensively. That is a great way to have littles. So I'm going to put that back out of my way. And then, so, woohoo. Guys, that is it for me today. That is everything that I have to show you. And let me know if you have any questions, and I will be happy to answer them. I will get pictures up of the Southern Rust kit as soon as I am done with them. And I will definitely see you guys tomorrow night on Painting with Whiskey and Women. And also, I will see you guys back here next Monday at, it's 2 Texas time, y'all, but it's 3 Eastern. And I will probably be working on that piece for my husband again. I'm not sure exactly how far I'm going with it, but every time I complete a step, He says, well, can we do this? Well, can we do this? Well, can you do this? And I'm like, who? Have you not met me? Yeah, I can do that. So stuff is getting added to this project almost daily. So I will see you back here next week. I will see you tomorrow night on Painting with Whiskey and Women. Much love, guys. Bye.